So how are you all doing today? I turned a new age a couple days ago. That was fun.
Wow. Well done. I wish I could do that. I'm
Yeah, I
3
know.
years old.
Dang,
no,
that's crazy. Dear Twitch, that's sarcasm.
Yes, yeah. Well, I've had several third birthdays live on Twitch or television, so hopefully they'll get the joke these days. So,
But yeah, I turned a new age. That was fun.
Yes.
Don't you love turning new ages? You know, it's just like one more mark down on the road to death. You know, everybody loves it.
exactly, yeah. There's just like the old Perry Bowl Fellowship comic where death is
Exactly.
putting one more bead across the abacus on your life.
Exactly. I hope this looks good because I'm doing the cursed setup of my monitors in HDR mode and I'm streaming 1440p, so hopefully nothing goes wrong here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the worst that happens is scuff, and that's just like known to happen to everybody in this genre. So.
Yeah. YouTubing that scuff.
Yeah. One thing we've learned from watching Aoi is that it's gonna happen.
Welcome back. Are any of you doing a stream together out of curiosity?
Yeah, stream together is on this side.
Side chat? Perfect. I'm gonna be a goober and join that. Because I like being a goober, and I think goobers should goober.
Yes.
I opened up 17 tabs in my frick.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure PC won't just grind to a halt.
Make sure every one of us got food, use the restroom.
Do what you gotta do, do what you gotta do.
That's right.
Okay, am I...
starting?
It's all us.
I think we're still waiting on Sai to get set up. But
Oh, I'm already live. I'm already
Oh, you're
good.
in?
But literally, it's that
Alright,
fast for me. I'm like the
Right, so-
fastest.
Vector, are you good? I'll take that as a no. Mariokart, are you good to go?
I'm good.
Okay, so which one is Vector? And then we shall go.
we shall go on.
We'll continue. Let me pre-game. Let me get the start getting ready to go.
Let me get my gamer subs. I was gonna make a joke there. I don't think I'm able to finish that joke.
Oh.
It was a problem if I finished that joke.
Oh, I get the joke.
Please send it at the end.
It's not like a joke, but it's like the specific gamer subs or who it goes. And I can't discuss that.
Oh,
So,
it did. Okay.
it's who you probably think it is. That's where that's gonna be left at.
I want to say it, man. I want to say the joke.
We can't.
I'll DM you.
It would have been pre-fire.
Well, now we all know.
I ain't said nothing. I'm just saying it was a pretty fire joke. Hold on. Let me get
Does anybody know how to die in Mario Kart so that way I don't have to like eat these cakes? Wait, no, I'll just warp somewhere.
Yeah, you can just...
No, that's photo mode. No. Ah, frick.
yeah.
Let me go practice Acorn Heights
I
and
wish
free roam.
games would just unanimously agree on what's the map button.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah. No, but it should be the same for every game. I've always said.
It should be the same for
Hey,
every single
Carton.
game.
It's been ages. How's it going?
I vote the minus button should always be that way. If you have a map, it should be minus. What are you going to be using minus for?
Did I get you with that bump?
Oh yeah, you cleared me head on.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Pluses should be pause, and then minus should be map. That's just should
That's
be
just
it.
what it is.
Yeah.
Or
I got
we just go
coconut.
back to how the GameCube was, and it's both. The plus is the map.
Yeah.
I got coconut mauled in Mario Kart World. It's so over.
Drover.
They better give us.
Good, guys. You gotta talk to the Info 64. Info 04. Info 4.
Vector speak for a moment, please. Vector?
Hey, welcome.
Rex, are you back? Can you restart?
Are you here?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
trying to be sure.
Amazing. There we go. We're starting. We're going.
There we are.
There's no turning back now.
Okay, so we should be running.
Let me make the goobers bigger.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this as a run back, or are we doing the next intermission?
I think we're doing the run
We're
back.
doing this as a run back.
Run on the back. Okay, so we're doing the run back at Acorn.
I wish I had a good
What?
hotkey to like toggle mute in
Run it
Discord
back
so I could
so I
like
can run
easily
your
talk to the
pocket.
chat. Oh wait,
I
wait.
need to
Oh
learn
no,
how
I
to-
accidentally clicked the. I'm so sorry. I clicked
You know
Dandelion
what?
Depths.
As long as it doesn't choose it, we should be fine.
I
We have
apologize.
like
It's going to
80%
choose it.
chance.
It's going to choose it. You know how this
80%
works.
chance.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, okay.
There was a
son.
non-zero chance we were gonna have to restart the entire lobby.
Wait, would it have to? Oh no.
Okay.
Because after this, we go to Mario. We're doing the intermission.
Oh, I.
Did I just force Mario off the top?
You're a bitch.
That's so funny.
Such an asshole for that one.
I'll take it.
Did I just do the shortcut? Holy shit! I did the Shroomeless.
I missed the
I
shortcut.
did the Shroomeless. Look, all I'm saying is I am just goated at this game. Just let me turn my brain off and I'll do it. There's a lot to do for this track. I hated it at first, but I've come to love this track.
Yeah, there's a lot of just like fun little kind of tricks things you can do. It's just nice.
If you can hit them, it feels so cheap.
Yeah, I'm never gonna do the mushrooms or anything. I actually don't know the exact method, so I have to guess at this stage. I could probably do it.
How did I not get comic? I was ahead of it. Okay.
I wish there were different colored counters. I'm a little.
What the frick is that thing?
Boom boom hit me. I did a boom boom.
Is it like you told
Boom boom hit me.
Go.
No! I'm dead.
Ooh, I could do this. I could do it. Yeah.
He's beginning to believe. Oh, bliss. I'm getting to
That was so clean.
there we go.
That was as clean as I could get.
Right, can I make this up in the last little part of the track?
I fucked it up. I gave it to Sai.
You know what?
I gave the game to
I'm
Sai.
gonna give it a shot.
I gave the game to Sai. I did two
my
streamless punches
frickin'
and still lost it.
Okay. 9th, I guess. Sure, whatever.
Oh, Sai, you might want to lower the game audio.
Oh, lower game audio? Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. Can you?
hmm
I don't know, can I?
You're
I had it
can?
high because I was
Man.
playing
I
in
fucking hate
OBS
when
the other
teachers do
day.
that, but I hate it when teachers did that, like, can I use retro? Like, no, can you? Like, get the fuck out.
Oh, sweet. You get to go to one of the best tracks in the game.
Which is?
Mario Circuit.
Mario
Oh, hell
Circuit.
yeah.
We're doing intermission and then Mario Circuit, which gives us like two really good courses. Because the Mario Circuit intermissions are basically a full lap, a full unique lap, and then we get to do full circuit, which is 3 of its own unique laps, which is always nice.
Yes. It's the full SNESness.
I just wish that they gave us, like how they're doing the Koopa Troopa Beach now, that even if it's not 3 laps, I wish it would lead into the intermission lead-in and then the actual full lap.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that would have just made people like intermissions more if they did that from the start.
Even if it was like 1 lap.
Yeah, just have a full lap after that. So Mario Circuit.
Piss,
Where's that?
I hit random by mistake. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? We take that. We take that.
Wait,
25%.
which one is it? To Mario
You
Circuit?
select. Yeah, we're going to
Acorn
Mario
Heights
Circuit.
to Mario Circuit.
Okay.
Not to be confused with
Okay.
Mario Brothers Circuit.
Okay, 80% chance. Come on, let's go.
We got this. We got this.
No.
Oh fuck.
No, we're going to the other circuit.
Fucked it. I'm sorry.
Quit
All right.
lobby, quit lobby,
All right,
quit
we
lobby.
back out. We back out.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I feel like I summoned this because I said
You
not to be confused
summoned
with
it.
Mario Brothers Circuit. And
Yeah.
then I said, oh really?
Wait, how do I quit out? I can't quit out till the thing
Return to
starts?
free roam.
Just either free roam or just
Oh, return to free roam. Okay.
Hero. Fucking game.
I just homie do that shit. Right, I'm gonna wait for her. I'm gonna wait for her to pull their stuff back home.
Well, technically, if you just went back to free roam, we should be
yeah,
fine.
that's right. Yeah, that's
So
right.
you should be
I
able
just
to
had to replay it.
join back up. So luckily, we don't have to do an entirely new lobby.
Is the game audio better? By the way, I yanked it down by about 5 decibels. Hopefully it's good.
Alright, we should be able to go Acorn Heights to Mario
free
Circuit.
roam instead of having to remake a whole lobby. That is like awesome.
Honestly, I didn't even know about
Okay.
that until you said it. I had no clue.
Is that
I
new?
kind of knew
really
about
done
it.
much.
I was just waiting for you guys to find out about it.
That's gotta be new. It's gotta be new.
Yeah.
Ah, great. Wait, how have I not gotten this question mark block? What the fuck? Okay. I'll take it, but...
Alright, are we all ready to continue back up?
Yep. Okay. So
Okay,
Acorn
select...
Heights
It is-
2.
Mario Bros. Circuit.
to Mario Circuit.
Not to Mario...
Circuit.
Not to Mario...
Again, not to be confused with Mario Bros. Circuit.
I also think the game might have been better if there was an intermission from each track to every other track. That sounds insane, but I feel like there's so much that could have been done there.
Oh, they could
I
have done
feel
like...
that because I would love if they did like custom knockout tools. And also
Custom
like a whole-
knockout would go crazy
Yes,
because that would
and
make
also, like-
this event so much easier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'd be great.
It,
And just do. Oh yeah, if we just do like one big cross map knockout, then yeah.
There is a chance that they'll do an all cup tour.
Yeah.
There's a chance. They've done it only once, which was on GameCube. We love Double
Yeah.
Dash. We love Double Dash. But there is still always a chance that they'll do it again, especially with a game like this and having that as a game mode. This is our highest chance of getting that game mode back.
Speaking of which, because I guess Double Dash is 20 years old a couple of years ago now. And I was going to try and organize like a 16-person collab, using like
Oh, that'd be sick.
Warpipe and stuff. And yeah, we should see if I can get that going again.
Move out of the way,
I'd be down
freaking
for that.
vehicle.
And just 8 teams of 2, I think would be very good.
Because I was also trying to think of doing the same for the Mario Party 7. Getting full co-op going for that.
Ah,
This is such a small intermission.
it is.
It's one of the reasons the entirety of Mario Circuit is played.
Get out of here.
Okay.
I don't know who that Toad was, but I made sure that they did not stay in first, or that Toad had. I was like, why is it
I hit my own banana. Oh my gosh.
I'm surprised I didn't hit a single one of those bombs. I should not have survived any of that. I am not that good at this game.
Hey, Ally, do you want some to talk about your car insurance? About anything? No, just.
I think my car insurance is good. I don't need any extended warranty. I can pay when it's up. I pay $8 in taxes every year. $9 if I'm late.
You know,
$9 if I'm
let me
late.
talk to you. I can give you like $3 and no tax. You know. How does that sound? You know.
I will do everything to keep this car so I don't ever have to pay high taxes. I pay $8. The only reason I pay $8 is because I pay with the car. That is the only reason I pay $8.
Oh, come on. I keep
think
hitting
it's
myself with
technically
everything I
$5
touch.
tax. It's a $5 tax with a $3 card charge. Because most people
Are you
don't
kidding
pay
me?
like $5 for their taxes. I pay nothing. It's a 01 Honda.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got deleted once I hit the circuit.
No.
But I did start 24th, so I'll take it.
At least we get to play circuit again. True.
Yes.
You get to do the run back and see if you can redeem yourself. If you don't, please get out of here. Go, go away. Get out of there.
Okay, bye.
Yes.
I love the new remix, but like this mix is really nice.
It's good, yeah.
This is a lot better in my opinion. I don't like how hype the new one is. It just doesn't feel right.
To me,
I like it. It's funny. I like it. It's like EDM.
Yeah, it's funny,
the whole,
but
the whole thing makes me think, they're like, what other open world racing games are there? Oh yeah, I guess there's that Forza Horizon game. What if we had a Horizon Festival but on Koopa Troopa Beach? That is kind of my feeling on how they designed that.
I need to get that game. I need to get. I played Forza 5 with like the Game Pass before they decided to make it an extra $10. Fuck that! I'm not paying that. I refuse to pay that. But I played it. It's a really good game. It's a really good game.
Why would you do that video game? I barely pressed the
Hey, you know
button.
what?
I was like, yeah, you've
We'll take
Well,
the
you pressed
80%
the button.
chance. We're just running it back on circuit.
Yeah. It's fine. We'll make it.
We got this.
We're getting Toad's Factory.
We're getting Toad's Factory.
Hi, Mora. Do a flip? There you go, I did a flip.
You flip. Wow.
I did a flip.
Spider-Man, do a flip.
They're flipping out.
Do the flip. That is such a good scene. Was this? No, I think it was like Spider Guy do a flip. He does it instead of Spider-Man.
Yeah. When I was in Avengers Campus in Paris, I yelled to the Spider-Man.
Why did I get the boost there?
I was very upset.
That's
I'm in
so
last
upsetting.
now. I'm in last. Okay, that.
We do understand that he's just a cast member who probably can't do flips on command. Probably. But also, hey man, you should be able to do flips on command.
I feel like those actors for like specific heroes or something should definitely know how to do with their character modes.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out there that can just do it on command, no prep, just like do a flip. All right.
Once upon a time when I was a 2-year-old hedgehog. But yeah. Whoa!
What just happened?
What was that?
I think I shot a red shell and it hit someone's back.
It hit my bomb, and I was so confused.
I was like, what was the phone?
But it's funny, me and my friends, we met Spider-Man for the meet and greet. And it was the worst New York accent. It was very funny. He didn't understand why I had a Mets hat on. It was very funny. Go the Mets. The Mets, baby. It's always the bloody Mets.
How did that hit? I was in front of somebody else. What was that? Actual scam.
Baseball team is the Mets.
All right, so we're going.
That's why I wore it.
We are now going
Okay.
to Dandelion Depth.
Oh, probably my least favorite track. Not that it's bad.
One of the. Let's go Mets. The Mets, baby.
I just coughed soda into my nose.
Oh no, that's so awful.
Okay, I'm good. That
It's not
I
about the
can't-
money, Spider-Man.
The Mets, baby. Go Mets. Come on.
I can't think about the Mets without thinking of that one scene from Wizards of Waverly Place, or that one episode where like the entire plot is like the parents and then another set of parents getting confused about the Met. You know, like the play,
yeah.
or the Met Gala, or the Mets.
Which track are we going to, by the way?
We're going to Dandy Depths.
Intermission to Dandy and go okay.
Intermission to Dandy.
And this time I'll actually pick it correctly. Maybe, we'll see.
But maybe, probably. This is such good music. I can't do it.
Yeah, it is it's very heavy on my work rotation for me to listen to.
The first person in chat, the type of mid-2000s song that I recognize will get bragging rights, nothing else, because I don't want to give out a reward.
It has to be the lyrics alone.
Yeah, like lyrics alone, not like song title, lyrics. If I recognize the lyrics, you'll get bragging rights.
This is loading screen.
I don't want to be an American idiot. Ha! Get it? Is this both?
But well, that's singing it. That doesn't work. It has to be typing it in chat.
I walk a lonely road.
You gotta type it.
There we go. What happened? No, it just forced me. It just forced me to choose because it didn't let me load it in. You know what? We take the 80%.
You did 80%. We win.
Yeah, we win though.
I ate my workers' lunch. I ate my drank my soda. We're going to fucking Dandelion Depths, and then I guess we're gonna go to Japan. I don't know the order.
We do Dandy again, and then we go to Japan.
We go to place Japan.
Yes.
I think Cheap Cheap Falls stands out more in my memory from all the collabs we've done because that's where it gets the most chaotic every time.
Yes. Well, the best group photos now, so.
Oh yeah, Cheap Cheap Bit of Cheap Cheap. I wish you. I'm so sad.
How did I miss that? Okay.
We should do that at one point for Spirit.
Yes.
You know what? We should just do that on Cheap Cheap Falls.
Goomba da
Spirit.
We should do it. Yeah. Well, yeah. We should. Before the next set of races or whatever. Yeah.
And then we just go back to normal after we leave Cheap Cheap Falls.
That's right.
Like nothing's happened.
Big mushroom person.
Yes.
Ooh,
give me my
I'm
Yoshi
so
bread.
glad.
Eat the Yoshi bread. No, Vector. I will personally defeat you for taking that item box. Ah. Okay. Everyone's hitting me now.
Oh, I am getting out of the way.
Everyone's just having a go at old Captain Hurricane now.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh sweet, guys, I'm running the meta.
It needs to be a
I'm not
2000
running the
song.
anymore.
And it needs to just be like one line of lyrics. If I recognize it, you get bragging rights. Literally nothing else, because I don't want to give out a reward.
The lyrics cannot contain the song title. That feels like a cheat.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Time to play. How well do you know Sty?
I ran into a freaking. Okay, that's a cheat. That's a cheat.
That's the cheat.
What if the lyrics have the name to another song in them?
That's funny. I think that's funny. If you can find a lyric that has the song name of a different song, I think that counts.
Yeah. I'm very sorry you were trying to do the shortcut. The blue shell.
I couldn't do the shortcut. I was doing that in hopes that I could fail it better.
No!
Did that hit you?
Oh god.
I missed the item box. I'm actually so dead. Oh no, I don't have an item for the last set. Oh no.
All I have is a banana. Vector wins this.
No!
Vector wins this easy.
Hurricane, no.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Solid. Done.
Vector crushed that one.
I got 6th,
I
okay.
just saw nothing but fireballs and green shells flying past me. Jesus Christ, y'all were desperate.
Hey, look, first place is first place. If you're not first, you're last.
We got a mint.
So I recently, that reminded me of something. Does anyone remember the little root beer barrel thing?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Do
So I
you?
had one recently. That is not root beer.
But
That
by
is
the way,
not root beer flavor.
do you remember those like Coca-Cola gummies?
Coca-Cola gummies are yeah.
They're so good.
But I had the root beer candy. That tastes like straight fucking mint. That is just like chemical mint.
Oh, okay. Carton got bragging rights. Carton got bragging rights there. Okay.
Oh, I can't recognize that song actually.
You don't know it?
I don't.
It's
I
so
would have-
obvious. It's
I'd
so
have to hear
obvious.
I'd have to probably hear it be sung for me to recognize it.
It's so obvious. It's just, some, it's just some girls from California.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
But nothing comes close to the Golden Coast. I think it was
That's
slightly typoed,
funny.
but that's it. Oh, is it going to
Alright,
Cheap
we're
Cheap?
running-
Daddy Depp, right?
We're running DD again.
I accidentally clicked Cheap Cheap. I apologize. I thought we already
you know what?
Dandelion.
You know what? We run it back if that happens.
Okay.
Okay, Moral, thank you.
We got it.
Let's go. See, we win those.
Almost once.
You know, I should probably play the lottery and spend all the money I have on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's an 8 in 10 chance to, it's a what?
I have-
4
I have-
chance to win, right? Yeah.
At this rate, I have an 80% chance to win the lottery. You know.
You know, 80% of gamblers stop before they hit
Hey,
the
look,
big winner.
look. 5% of the time, I win 100% of the time. All right. 99% of gamblers stop right before their big win.
Right.
Frick, I missed it. Okay, I lost a bit of time. I'll go next lap. I'll do next lap for it. Okay.
You're doing a trick that I don't think I know about. That terrifies me. I don't like not knowing things. Tell me. Tell me your secrets.
No.
I'm missing all the item boxes.
Frick.
I hate that this has like one of the best soundtracks, or one of the best tracks of the game. And it's just this.
I'm getting red shelled. I think. Oh no, there's an ad
I
break.
think the Garden Works from Odyssey would have worked here as well. That's what they should have been. You know what? That's what they should have done. Said this is the key part.
Ooh, and he drove the track there. That would have been very. Come on, Cam.
How viable is
You gotta do this.
Oh, I got it. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
I don't know.
Doesn't do much, but it's
You
cool.
can try it, but not too much luck. Whoa!
Try to move out of the way. You know what? I'll just.
Right, give me coins. Give me little speed boosts. Ooh, okay, there we go. Now I'm sorry, get out the fuck out of the way. I'm coming through.
Fuck Barbara.
It's my way or the high goddamn way. Woo!
Your side. It's like, come here. Your side.
No.
But you're supposed to talk to you about your,
Mars extended warranty.
Yeah.
Frick, I missed. Oh, that was rude.
Oh, you know what? Actually, never mind. I think I'm happy.
Yes. Well. No! Get back here. Right shot right between us.
Oh, Jesus,
Oh,
that was
God.
wild.
I got hit by your explosion. What the frick?
Someone just had to take my mushroom. I would have come in first, but no, we had to have a weird Fast and Furious moment there.
Okay, Carton.
Why do
Okay,
I know-
Carton. I do
how
not know
much
that
do
song.
that mushroom belong to?
Yeah, that was mine. You stole my damn mushroom. Yes, I will.
Did
I
they
will
ghost
take a
it?
drink. All right,
You-
we're going from Dandy.
To the cheap.
We're going from Dandy to Japan.
Okay, but by the way, Eli, did you see the not really shortcut, but alternate route I did?
I don't think I got a chance to see it.
Okay, do you see me? Follow me.
1 second.
Set me
Wait, hold
free.
on. I'm in the wrong thing. I'm changing real quick.
Oh, because we have to go to Cheeps, right?
Where the fuck is the Jeep? Where's the Jeep? Where's the Jeep? Is that the Jeep? No, that's Tiny Town.
Oh yeah, we're all cheap all the time. Yeah, okay.
It's the second card down. It's right underneath the standard card. Is the Cheep.
Oh.
Okay, Eli, ready? Follow me. I'm right behind you. Okay, so we go this way. It doesn't really save time, but it's just nice. I'm gonna toss that. We don't need a bomb here, anyways. So, then go up here and hold left.
Oh, that's how you get up. That's how you get to the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Up plus to go to Cheep.
All right. We're going to Cheeky Falls, baby.
But yeah, it's just a way to get out of the traffic, so you're not just obliterated that next turn. It's really nice.
I'm back. We're doing cheap. We're doing.
We're
Go on the Cheep.
mission. We're going to Cheep.
Cheeps.
Yeah, just go ahead and say the name. I don't think I know that song.
Yeah, sorry we moved the entire cheap racing. My dad called.
No worries.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's Poker Face? Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
That one I recognize. I am surprised you didn't. That's one of the only few ones I think I could recognize.
Let's roll. Cheap slow.
I love the scales on the Cheep. I love.
Oh wait, we're all going cheap.
Yeah, cheap
Yeah.
in the rally car.
Hey, as long as you do it next, you're good. But yeah, we're doing a lot of water.
I'll be cheap with cheap.
That's right. Oh, speaking of Mario 3D World, the greatest Mario game.
3D World is a really good Mario game.
Yeah.
I don't think I can deny it. It's really fun.
The jazz about.
Oh god, the music, the jazz, the soundtrack stole the game. I'll be so honest. And then they gave us Bowser's Fury,
Which was great.
that was beautiful for the same price as the game.
Yeah.
Okay, really.
Yeah. You run a cheap and a cheap.
They basically gave us free DLC.
They did.
Pretty much, yeah.
And Mario got to be Ultraman, which is always great. Fuck this.
Area that Luigi fucked me over, and I fucking hate this area.
I think this is just
I
too
hit a
much
Cheep.
water.
What the Oh, I know it's someone. So, did someone just do Tarzan? Wait a minute. If someone
There's
did...
no way someone just did Tarzan.
I swear, I thought I saw one of the AIs try to do Tarzan, and I was about to lose it. I don't have items around this corner. I'm dead.
Vexer. Just destroying all my green shells. The golden shell got me.
Ooh, I know that song, but I don't know the name. What the frick?
Oh, the Tarzan here?
No! I'm dead. I died.
Yeah, I still don't know how to do Tarzan.
It's so hard. It is so unbelievably hard.
I hear it's one of the hardest tricks of the game.
Oh, I'm like wondering what the fuck they're talking about. Like, it just clicked in my head.
Yeah, we're talking about George of the Jungle.
Watch out for that tree.
Where am I going?
I'll take that.
Oh shit!
I will take 7th. I think that's 7th, not 17th. I hope. But yeah, I know that song, but I forget the name. You made me lose.
Wait, what song? Wait a minute. You know the song, but you don't know the lyrics. What are the lyrics to it?
Carton just put in the lyrics in chat. Second message.
Twitch chat.
Yeah, Twitch chat.
Alright, now we're doing the run back to Cheap Cheap.
We all gotta be the Cheap Cheeps in the Cheap Cheeps.
Cheap Cheap?
Blub blub.
I wish we could change the computers. That's
Where are
something
you-
I don't think you could have ever done in any Mario Kart game. You can't. You still can't select the computer players.
Why
I
are
think
you
that's-
leaving?
That's the lame.
Eli, why are you leaving Japan?
Okay.
Why are you leaving Japan? I'm following
look,
you.
I'm still in
You're,
Japan.
you're
Still in
leaving Japan.
Come back to Japan.
Look, I have no passport. You can't find me or ID me. You'll never figure out where I went.
You're a Cheap Cheap and a Jeep Jeep, and I see your name tag within distance. I will always be able to.
What if I just... Ooh.
Right.
Alright, we run it back.
Running back.
Who's that dick that's rocking?
Oh, that didn't change, huh?
Needs to change fast. You can't anymore, I think. Really?
Search for 2000 white music and pick the one you knew. That's so funny.
I mean, that's. Oh, did you hear Bruno Mars is making a new album?
Oh,
Yeah,
It's he released like the first one as a single, but he's releasing a whole album called The Romantic sometime in February, which makes sense, Valentine's Day. But yeah.
like who's that shit?
does Bruno Mars
Oh
is
my
gay?
god! As soon as I said it a bunch of times, I finally figured out where it's from.
I gotta know. Does he? Does he gay? That was when that was peak Game Grumps. I miss peak Game Grumps. I don't watch another anymore. I think the last thing I watched of them is when they played Kirby Dream Force. I think what it was, the golf one.
Oh yeah.
I feel violent.
Freaking Cheap Cheap.
Cheap.
Not one in a Jeep Jeep, it's a Rogue Cheap Cheap that got me.
Shoot.
Great.
I was thinking that was a good fucking try.
I love.
Hit that head on! Hit that head on!
I still think like the Cheap Cheap Falls music is some of the best. Oh, how did that miss? Don't hit me. Oh my god.
Yes, that's his prerogative. That's
Going through all the words, doing all the misinputs. Holy shit! I heard that.
Oh my god, Vector, I am so sorry.
That's the same as the Rock fucking flipping off the camera instead of doing the fist bump. That's crazy.
No, I'll fucking do that.
Oh god. Can't bring it back. I mean, I can. I think it's Jovo. It's so Jovo.
John Cook.
Am I gonna saute?
Why did that?
Have I
Am I
been
gonna be
so
flambeed? Am I gonna
You're
be
telling me
sliced
you're telling me a
and
fish
diced?
fried this rice?
Am I gonna be chopped into small pieces and fried by a shrimp? Chat, help me.
You know, there is now officially a shrimp that has fried rice. It is real.
Whoa.
Mom.
Good for that shrimp. I hope that brethren are happy with its use of them in food production.
Yeah.
Fishy go! No, fishy no!
The fish wins.
Wood fried pizza. How will we get a pizza get a job now?
Oh my god, I got the fish to win. The fish is won.
Apartment complex. With typical me.
Now,
What does that mean? I just barely came
Dude.
out on top.
Lucky two.
Why is that Toadette so hard? I feel like Toadette's been so difficult.
She's been fucking
Really
us.
dumb,
Right.
really dumb
Okay,
question.
we-
Do we change back now, or do we stay as the
No,
cheap
we need
cheeps
to get
till
a
we
cheap
leave?
cheap and a cheap cheap
We need
photo.
to get out of here. We need to get out of here as cheap cheap.
Okay.
Oh god. Break free, lead the way. I love that song.
Assuming Vector is busy.
Let me get there for the.
No,
Let me
I'm
get there for
still
the
here.
photo.
Oh. We need you to cheap up.
I just realized that even though it makes itself look like stairs there, whenever you go down, it's really just a ramp with bumps in it.
Yeah.
Because look, if you stop right in
I think
between,
that's
you
what the stairs
float.
are, just ramps.
But like, look, you can float.
Yep.
Ramps are they're just, you know, ramps and bumps that are inaccessible to the hardly able.
You wanna? I would say you wanna finish that sentence, line? You wanna keep saying?
Look, they're differently abled. I think okay. Potentially hot take. I think stairs are really stupid and everything should just be ramps.
Okay, I agree. I was afraid of your
You
hot
know,
take
you
for a
say something
second.
vile?
No.
I'm differently abled. You think I
Hang
can
on,
do
hang on a
this
second.
normally?
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
One moment. I want to see if like we can stick against each other, or if we just are coded to move past each other. That's like, frick. Let's see if like ramming.
Oh, are
each
you
other.
thinking of
Rule
the
1 from Rocket League?
one?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm so glad we were on the same mindset. I love that that's just a thing. That's just what you do. Too soft for gamer words. Ooh, you should have seen me about a year ago. I definitely was not. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna scrub the internet with all of my previous shit at some point, because that's I was edgy as shit a year ago. Oh my god.
I can be edgy, just
Oh,
not edgy.
Oh, I was gamer edgy. I was gamer edgy.
Okay, I got loads of images. I got loads of photos. Well, I'll stick around for
Alright.
Eli to take something if you want to.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just here for the vibe. I should probably do at least 8
Okay,
poses.
okay, there.
Beautiful.
I love that pose.
Incredible.
Oh, that's so. Wait a minute, that's.
Oh wait, no, he's dead. He's sitting belly up.
I'm dead.
no.
I'm dead. Man, I'm
Bring
dead.
him back.
No, I'll join you. Hold on. I'll join you. Belly up. Belly up.
Hurry up.
We gotta do it for the only. We gotta do it for the only fan.
Wait, can't say it. Can't say it. Can't say that word.
Alright, give me a
Blue Twitch.
minute.
Blue Twitch. The Mario Infinity. What was the Jack creature?
Wait.
There we go.
There we go. Got it.
They're dead. They're all
Man, I'm dead.
Man, I'm dead.
They're sleeping
I'm-
belly
Beautiful.
up. How are you? I'm good.
Incredible.
Okay, I'm gonna call the VOD of this man I'm dead with this as the thing.
Man, yes.
I'm probably going to have to drop out myself now, so I'm going to have to host the rest of the lobby. But thank
yeah?
you for letting me join for this far. I hope the rest of it goes well. So again?
Oh, it'll transfer. Yeah, it'll transfer to someone.
Oh, transfer. Okay, great, wonderful. Well, it's just been great. I'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah.
I think we should do.
Whose turn is it now? That's the big question.
I think we should do a round of like trying to do burnouts the entire route of a track somewhere. Like if we get to Koopa Troopa Beach, we should like just hold B and A and have no AI for it and just burn out the entire track.
Oh, just like
Pouring out the entire track. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
just very.
You can't even go up a ramp. You can't
Oh, can you
go-
not?
No, I'm trying and I'm sliding down.
Help!
Help.
Father, help!
Oh, but
Well,
by the way, Vector, we're staying cheaps through us leaving here.
I'm making it up. I think I'm making it up pretty good. I'm getting up pretty well. You know, I'm making good time. You know. A8 laps, hard difficulty, 150 cc. Yeah. We should be running from Cheap to Peach Stadium. And we're not doing a run back on Peach Stadium yet.
Ooh, we can select it. Okay.
So we can select it, yeah. Cheap to Peach Stadium. It should be one of the selections that are already given.
Oh.
We're not doing the run back at the stadium yet.
Because we're going from stadium to what is it? Not Sunset
After
Wilds.
Stadium, we're going to Mumu.
Oh, we're going to Mumu. Okay.
We're going to Mumu next. Yep.
Oh, because we have to like cover the west side of so probably from there to Toad's factory.
Peach Stadium is this Peach Stadium is the midpoint. After Mumu, we go to Toad's.
Okay. See ya, Carton. Thank you for dropping in.
I think for the second half of the stream, I'm gonna go Gooner.
What?
I'm gonna go Gooner.
Oh, you're talking to... Oh, I was about to say you're probably about to go swimsuit Daisy. Okay, that makes a lot.
Yeah.
No.
I like to bring this up every time. We did scientifically find out that swimsuit Daisy is legitimately thicker than the other Daisy outfits.
Yeah. Why did that hit me?
It's gone intended, absolutely. It's because they use the same model over the regular outfits, and since the usual outfits have like oof to them, they just make it fit that little extra white space.
Mm-hmm.
So it fills up the model still.
I mean, it's something filled alright.
Why? Oh my god.
I shotgunned it, it was worth it. I shotgunned it, it was worth it.
No!
No!
Oh no.
Fuck!
Eli, I sabotaged us here.
Oh Jesus. No! What is happening?
I just saw Luigi blow up Daisy.
You forgot to get me an anniversary gift! You know, if that didn't happen, I was 100% going to boombox you.
No, the car. No.
I'll take it. You know what? I don't know what happened, but that's cinema.
You dropped me the fourth from that. What the frick?
I don't know what happened, but that's such cinema. That is cinema.
I got bananaed. I can finally
That's
change.
an emote I gotta do. I've gotta make that an emote at some point. Cinema. Yeah.
I need to get absolute.
That sounds like an emo.
I need absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema. Well, that's not. Yeah. I wish he was here.
Same.
I love their new update.
I know. He's so cool. An absolute bunny man.
Alright.
Go back to Rose
You know
now.
what? I'm gonna choose my favorite card for this. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna stick with what I was doing. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh, you get the cool Rob. Yeah, I'm sticking with Rob on this. Next we're doing a straight intermission to Mumu. So we're not running it back.
Alright. Oh, we're going straight intermission?
Yeah, straight intermission to Mumu.
Okay.
We'll do this. This is going to be the second to last course.
Oh, for today?
No. Total.
Oh, so you're nearly done
right,
now.
because Rainbow Road.
Yeah, we have to run it back to Peach Stadium, which is when we'll do the 3-lap, and then we do the final track, which is intermission to Rainbow Road.
Wait, but aren't we doing Moo Moo to Toad's Factory first? I'm confused.
We're doing that first. We're just that's just the order of things. That's what it's going to end on is
Okay,
3-lap
okay.
of Peach. We have to come back to Peach Stadium later, which is something we also have to do to Crown City. We do Crown City, and then do a few tracks, and then come back to Crown City, and that's when we do the.
Wait, did it Toad Circuit?
I love. Okay, very hot take. Toad Circuit is a very good track.
No, that's not even hot thing. That's base. Base that's fun. Oh, thank you. You stole my phone.
Oh, frick.
Fuck Barbara.
You right.
Where did this Cataclysm come from? He hits a car and comes into second. Are there any 3DS tracks in this game?
No, they. I swear, in the area by Peach Beach, they missed out on doing like Daisy Hills right next to it. That's the exact area for Daisy Hills.
We should have gotten a way to get on Daisy Cruiser.
Yup.
Us not having Daisy Cruiser with this much water is a crime.
Or at least Delphi of Lava and D&D.
Shit! Fuck, I ran straight into that. I saw that coming and I just kept going. Oh my god.
To the Hammer Bros.
Whoever threw that paper, your mom. That's an evil banana side. That was a really good evil banana. Oh my god. No.
Oh, I ran away with it. I did not realize.
Stole second. Luigi stole second. Holy
That's
shit.
why I love and hate the man.
I cannot believe that worked. I did not expect to run away with it.
I think Luigi's the rival this time.
Probably.
I think that's what happened last time with the last
I think Cataquack and
races.
Luigi are rivals.
yeah.
Because I think they give 2 of them. They used to give 1 in previous games. I think it's 2 now with the big thing, so.
Yeah. Alright, so we're running Moo Meadows back.
Captain Toad!
I love the Captain Toad games are so based. I want more. Because I refuse to play Fez. You know, maybe I should play Fez just to experience it, but I don't want to.
I will say Phasmophobia is a fun game, but it's like, if you're not in the mood for like just pretty much finding the exact same things over and over, you're not gonna have fun.
Oh, no,
I was talking about the game Fez.
Fez! I thought you said Faz.
Oh, fuck Fez. I'm not playing that. The only time I'll probably play that is in October.
No, I have to play Phasmophobia because I've reached one of my goals to play the game.
Tee, have fun with that.
Yeah. I mean, this is when we play with friends.
Yeah, you know. I feel like if you have the right friend group, it's fine.
Oh no,
But,
I
like,
have the right
if-
friend group. So I'm gonna be great.
You need to be able to take it
Okay.
serious without taking it too seriously.
Exactly.
Faz is pretty fun, honestly. It's just that you're just looking for the same things over and over because there's a specific 3 items to find per type of ghost or whatever it is.
Yeah. Once you
So-
get to that point, it's just trial and error.
Yeah, it's literally just a grind. Look for 3 things and you can 50-50 it if you get 2 and are just tired. Which doesn't make it very fun.
Yeah, Luigi is definitely one of the rivals. Or Deep. Yeah, it's DK and the Quack. Not DK, Luigi and the Quack.
What a quack.
Quack.
Why did that blue show me?
I hear you crack me up, and all I can think of is Sam Max. Like, you crack me up, literally.
I went from 1st to 15th on one turn.
I need to play Sam & Max. Those look like beautiful games.
You gotta watch the show too, it's so fun. It's so fun.
Oh yeah, that's right, there is a show.
It's Sam Max! Freelance police! Hi, kids! Ah!
Aren't they also in that one poker game?
Yeah, I know like
Yeah, I think that's it.
what the fuck kind of quack? I remember Blue against kind of quack and it just jumped over.
What the Quack, what the fuck? Shit, I just ran straight into that. And then it doesn't even lock on. What the hell? You know what? Take that.
Oh, bump.
I took it.
Bump. Oh my.
You just barely flipped that, dude.
Oh my god, I kept it.
Did I just use the ice bar to block my...
Oh, frick you. Frick you.
Please give me something. I didn't get it. Ah!
Stop! Oh, Lord had that lightning in
Yes!
Okay, I'll take 3rd.
I can't believe it. I cannot let you win. I will not let you destroy my water.
Okay, calm down.
Goku. We're going.
You're not the strongest, right, buddy?
We're going from Moo to the best track in the game.
So we're going to... We're going to... What is it? The Salty Speedway? Whoa.
We're going... The Salty Platoon out to Varia. I ate a bowl of nails.
Nails for breakfast. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Without
any milk.
Oh, please run this way, sir.
I beat devil stuff, okay? Without the smoke bomb.
How tough am I? I beat the Wither without any tools.
How tough? Welcome to those all names. How tough are you? I played Dead by Daylight. Yeah. Without any funds.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're going to Toad's Factory. Hey, won't you look at that?
How tough am
Hey,
I?
what do you know?
Hey, what do you know?
Gabagoo.
That dude that guy was a food. He loved the
How tough am I? I played Animal Crossing to 5 stars without the stock market.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the Social Platoon. How tough are you? How tough
I
am
played the original Animal
I play
Crossing.
League of Legends.
Oh, please
God.
don't go right this way.
Like,
Wait, no, hold on. Wait, no.
No League
At
of
that
Legends
point, I
sends
think
you to
you're
Weenie Hut Juniors.
No, it's Super Weenie Hut Junior at that point. You're
Yeah,
playing
that's Super Weenie Hut Juniors. Valorant's just regular Weenie Hut Juniors. Why are you snaking? What the frick? Oh, we're getting this song.
I think snaking is working. I don't know what I just did, but it worked. Did a child in front of me? I must delete child. No. He's got the bomb! The baby's got the bomb!
I fucking hate you, Bounty. Fat bitch.
shit! What is happening? I just watched a man get executed live.
If you're curious, I used the Y button, well not Y, X, you know. Oh shoot, it's been an honor.
It's been an honor.
Motherfucker!
Hey, I love
what,
shock
my
dodge.
mother? Oh.
I hope the Cataclack chokes on a nail.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I want you to death upon that bitch.
Yeet. Let's hope. That didn't work.
I am not having fun.
How did I miss that
Bro
one?
is getting catacracked out there.
I'm getting kind of clapped over here. What are you talking about?
Cataclapped. Okay, my new most hated slang right now is crack. Because it's not the crack that you think it is. There's a new slang for crack.
No, why did that throw me off? What the frick?
Apparently crack now to Gen Z is having sex.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Yes,
I
it
will
is.
confirm.
Yes,
No,
it
it's.
is.
I am literally Gen Z. It is not.
I'm literally Gen Z, and so is my sister who's 3 years younger. She knows it's crack now. If they're gonna go to it, they're calling it, hey, we're gonna go and go crack. What the fuck you mean? The fuck you mean?
No. Oh, you know what? I bet it's TikTok. I bet it's TikTok.
It's TikTok. It is TikTok. It is TikTok. I hate TikTok so much. I actually refuse to use it.
I mean, what? I mean, what? Why not use the
And
old?
this is why
Why
I'm
not
glad
use the
you're
old
not
saying
getting
though?
paid.
Like,
This is why mom doesn't fucking love.
I fucking love that video so much.
That's a classic.
I love you.
I love the small muffle of the video of him just in the background. Like, it's not clear. It's like very slightly muffled. It's beautiful. I think that's one of the most perfect videos on the internet.
It is so
All right, we're running it back on Toad. We're running it back.
Wait, what are you doing with Toad?
We're running on his back. We're so running on this motherfucker.
Why?
what?
No.
So how many tracks more till we get to Crown City?
The first trip to Crown City. 1,
So 6 or 7?
5, 6.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Get out!
Just shut. You don't even say anything out loud. Just shut.
Shut. That's such a good image with the fucking the emoji bench.
Oh my god, I know that one.
Good. I think one of my other favorite ones that's an offshoot of that is Silence Brand.
Silent Brand is fucking crap.
The freaking
fucking
crab
crab.
laser. Crab laser.
Silent Corporal.
So, like, are we sure that these cones aren't from Mega Man? I'm just saying. It has Luigi. I'm just Super Saiyan.
Frick. Oh my god.
We're down German Jimmy, keep going. Yeah, I'm laughing.
Oh, this is such good music. Yo, so what if I smashed my wife to this?
What?
Yo, I'm running.
I feel bad.
Look, at least it's not Seabass. I hate it.
Why
but
did that not?
It's unironically so good. I love the internet. Yeah.
Die.
Yeah?
Why?
I did nothing. I did nothing.
Hit him with Wobba Fett's, hit it with the Wobba Fett's baby. Why not? Oh, this is beautiful. Where the fuck did I get this lead? What is happening? What's been going on in the pack? No!
Why? Wait, why are you over there? Wait, what the Oh my god. I just realized. Slow down, we need you to get nerfed. Oh, I shock dodged, thank god.
That was a really good lightning, but I think it's good because it lets me do this. Cinema.
Second
That
place,
is
there
my
we go.
biggest lead today.
Nope, I cut your lead in half on the final lap, by the way.
It was still the largest lead I had.
I can't believe I cut it back that far. I was like trying to catch up so hard.
I missed the rebar jumps, but I think that was worth it.
Okay, why
I
does
think
this...
that was the girder jumps.
I just realized this keeps happening to me. Do you have random people unfollow you so it's like you get your follower goal the previous stream, then you lose it by the next stream?
I've had that happen a couple times.
Because I just got the 300 and now I'm down to 299 again. What the
I'm
frick?
so sorry.
It
Hey, look,
happened.
that means you get to celebrate 300 again.
You know what's crazy?
Next track?
That happened this stream. It was 300 when I started. What the frick?
Next track, we're doing an intermission to Dry Bones.
Ooh, burnout. I don't know why it happened. It happened mid-stream, which is why I'm really confused.
Oh shit, they're live? I hate this.
True. Blue. What time is it, by the way? Okay, 5:15. Let me make sure I gotta confirm.
You got 20 seconds.
I got to confirm an event that I scheduled. 3 events? Okay. 45 minutes. I don't know if that's gonna be long enough. Why are there so many messages?
What is happening? Alright, we're going to Burnout.
We're going-
Burnout.
Dry bones burnout.
Oh wait, no, I have to select Toad's Factory, then drive.
Yeah, select
Okay.
those back. Yeah.
It's so cringe.
That's such a weird way of doing it.
Very weird way.
Plot twist, it should be one infinitely scrolling list to find stuff. Good luck.
Oh god, imagine if we had to do fucking Mario Kart Wii and 7 all over again.
Honestly, they really missed out on doing for the Switch 2, like, Mario Kart Ultimate, where it's, like, along with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and everything, it just adds in, like, base Mario Kart Wii and 7 to play. So that way they don't have to port it over in online.
I think if they just gave us the Deluxe Deluxe, they're gonna
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
gonna
they
do
could've-
another DLC pack. You thought you were done with this game.
But honestly, that would be so peak and would let Nintendo, because, you know, I'm sure they're not the biggest fans of the online servers being set up by people modded with the Wii's and stuff, so, like, it would let them get those online servers again for it. Like, it would be a pretty smart business model. Just kind of surprised they haven't.
Business model, but not a smart business.
True. Okay, my frames dropped on my Switch. What the frick? My frames are, like...
Look, Nintendo's listening. Nintendo's listening.
No, like...
Oh, really?
No, like, genuinely, through that whole area, it dropped down to, like, 40, which was crazy. Like, I saw the frames for a second. What the frick? Ooh,
Wait,
gotta do this.
No!
No!
Nintendo, please
No, let me
make a
out.
new Kid Icarus Uprising.
True.
Literally give us Kid Icarus Uprising HD, and I'll be happy.
Give us
It
Kid
doesn't even
Icarus
have to be a new
and I'll
game.
give you my money.
It's weird learning the resolution of the 3DS. Like a lot of 3DS games look amazing, but then you realize the resolution is ass.
Yeah, the resolution's like 240p maximum on it. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah. They figured something out. I don't know how they did it, but they figured something out. You know what? I'm gonna fix this.
They took like the DSi enhancements.
Bones.
The 3DS the new, specifically new 3DS XL looks phenomenal. I just hate that it's impossible to get now.
I still can't believe that Minecraft came out for the 3DS.
It's also like one of the worst versions of Minecraft. Like, unironically.
So, someone's like on day 1500 of playing that, by the way. Like IRL day 1500 to give context. IRL day.
IRL? No.
Yes.
No.
Like there's a dude that's been doing like a Minecraft 3DS playthrough and like using capture card to share it and whatnot. Like they are.
I wonder how different now is from when he started. Because like he must have by now completely automated that world beyond the 3DS.
No, actually you can't really do that in the 3DS. There's so little. It's like the equivalent of like they kind of pulled a Minecraft Pi edition on the 3DS version. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So we're running through Burnout. We're running it back.
Yeah. What the hell? Why is Zorgo Magdaros been here?
What do you mean?
I don't know if anyone's gonna get that fucking reference. That's so
oh, I don't know the reference. I'm sorry.
Oh god, goddamn.
You got this. You got this. Not the flagship. I think Base World flagship. I think might have been Anjanath. But it was the flagship. Well, not the flagship, but it was the Elder Dragon for the base. I love Anjanath so much. Even it's just a T-Rex. It's just a T-Rex, and I love it. I love it. It's just a T-Rex. That's all it is. Can you believe it, guys? Anjanath. It's just a T-Rex.
No, I just can't believe it's not butter.
I'm going to sound like the child of the group. I can't believe I'm 23 now.
Hey, so you won't believe what I just turned.
23. Let me guess, it was also 23.
Yeah.
Hey. It's just I'm either in groups where I'm like the oldest or I'm like the child.
Being the oldest at 23 is terrifying because then you start second guessing everyone's age.
Oh my god, yes. Like I keep thinking like there's several times I have to stop myself because I think I'm in a conversation with everyone who's like 18 plus and it's like no, some of them are like 14 and it's like what the frick?
Why am I doing? What are you doing here? Get off the internet.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like I know this is like a Minecraft I know this is a Minecraft server Discord, but like, oh my gosh, get off the internet, buddy. Like please, I beg of you, like save yourself.
God damn it.
I can't believe you read that. I can't believe you read that.
Fucking I read all the chat.
Sometimes yeah.
If not, most of the time I read all my chat.
I've made it a promise that I'll read at least one message from every unique viewer at least once. That way you know I have acknowledged it. You do exist as a viewer. That doesn't mean I'm gonna read the first message you send. I'm probably gonna miss that shit. I'm gonna be so real.
Okay, Earhart just got deleted. Earhart got deleted from that. Oh my god, I saw that. What an awful shop location. I think that was an AI that did it. That was awful. That was an awful shop. I was going on a rail and it killed me. What the frick?
You're gonna what? Yo, you see that foldable console right there? I'm fucking that shit.
Not how you doing? I just went right there. No, you're good.
You don't suck at it.
That DS is sucking it out.
What? You want to repeat that for the class, buddy?
You heard me.
Yeah, you know you're right. I did.
You right, you right. Shit, shit, shit. I see that on the map. Oh my god, get out of the way, kid. Cinema. Cinema.
Ooh, Saisho.
Was that yours?
Ah, alright, we're running. We're running to Bowser's Castle.
I thought we were driving.
No, we're running.
No,
we're
get
picking up the carts. It's
No,
leg
get
day.
up.
Because we're still
It's leg day.
Sonic racing. Gotta keep your feet right on the ground.
I wonder if I'm able to make.
Which
people,
makes it... Okay, speaking of that,
Oh, you're
why
back.
didn't they put Ocean View as like the last race of the Crossroads Cup? That would have been peak if it was the
True.
final lap of Grand Prix.
As a
I think
person
they should've
who's
just
never
used,
played
Sonic.
Crossworlds, I agree.
I think they should have just used the Supersonic Racing at a better time. I just don't think it fits. Oh, this is such good music, gang! I love when I was a child.
I mean, in all fairness, it does show up in the final lap of Ocean. So, hey, points for it pumping you up. So,
It is always hype hearing it, but it just feels so wrong on that track. It just doesn't feel like it fits.
Oh, everyone else is a little quiet.
How
On
about
that
now?
end.
No, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh
Hold
my
on, let me deep
god.
throat this shit real quick.
Okay.
Let's run into Bowser.
No, I selected Bowser's alone. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You know what? We got this. As long as it doesn't select you, we've got a 25%.
I'm so sorry. I'll tell you if it does. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Oh, thank
we're
God. I thought you were just saying. I was so stressed.
Good. I accidentally
No,
selected
check.
Bowser's Castle. Just solid.
I just checked on my end. Everyone sounds.
Oh.
Oh my god. It might be your.
It could be, yeah. So make sure your volume. So my best thing that I recommend to any viewer. Volume always at max whenever you're watching a stream. Only turn it down when you have to. Because I'm telling you right now, most streamers expect that shit to be max. I promise you, it'll make your viewing experience so much better.
Why did someone hit me through the boost thing so I missed the boost? Are you actually... I'm crashing out at these AI.
Are
I
you
shouldn't...
listening to Bowser's while going to Bowser's?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love when the music selection fits well.
Dragon.
Okay, Navi, you're a bitch.
Oh shit.
I hate getting red shelled on these uphills. That's when I always get red shelled and it's just you're dead because you can't accelerate.
It's so awful. Yeah.
I'm back. Hey, honey, what's that?
Time to figure out if I do funny shortcut or no.
I'm not. I am doing a completely different type.
I missed it. Oh no.
So I'm doing the overhead, like, built-in shortcut, and it's kind of bad, but it still works. You just have to slow down a lot.
No, move to the left. There's a blue shell coming. Oh my lordy, move.
Blue shell. Actually, that might work.
Oh shit!
That did not work in my face.
I got third. I'm good with that.
Yo, let's get it. We're getting it, baby. Oh, was that the end? Yo, let's get it.
Hey.
It's fine.
You know, if I did turn this into a drinking game, I probably would have only had 2 shots by now. I probably should have. I probably should have.
Can we start?
All right. Yep. I think we're good.
wish
Refuse
you
to
could
get
change-
switched to. That's valid.
I wish you could.
All right. So we should. Oh.
I wish you could play this, but I just need to fish. It's fine, honey.
If you can ever find the Switch 2 on like a sale, which you might be able to this year, because they always do like the first year or like a year 1 sale for their consoles, I'd recommend it. I bought it full price plus Mario Kart, so I saved like what, $30. We all
Yeah,
have
like for
I would say.
what I'd recommend.
That's fair.
What I'd recommend for the Switch 2 is that, like, if your old Switch is broken, or like until like there's
die.
like if your old Switch is actively like deleting itself, then go ahead. Or if you get a game you truly want to get the console for it, because it's like that.
And give that player fair enough.
That's valid.
Yeah, because
I'd say don't get the Switch unless like like what Machine said, your Switch is is dying, or like if a game comes out and you look at it and it's like, actually yeah, I kind of really want it.
She might consider you back. Oh my god, man.
Do it live right now. Do it on stream.
no,
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go get it, even if I get it.
don't get it for like for the price it is. That's not something to like get on a whim. It's something that like if you know there's games coming out like multiple, better be multiple, and you know you're gonna have fun using it, then do it. Otherwise,
I'd say
like
at minimum, what would justify it is 3 games. At minimum, 3 games would justify this Switch.
My World probably including justified it.
Legends of EA, Mario Kart World, and Bonanza justified it.
Are we all ready?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
good, I'm
Machine,
good.
sure, go get stuff.
And Metroid Prime.
I need to play the next one. I actually need to go through. I might do that sometime this year. I need to go through and just play Metroid. Just like have a month where I sit there and like, alright, okay, this is what I'm playing all month, and it's just Metroid.
oh, so
We're running it back.
Running it
Bowser's
back?
Castle.
okay. And a thing I know for sure that will be
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, one thing that will be fantastic. Like, I can't wait for the next Pokemon gen and the next mainline Mario game.
Oh god, I want Sunshine too, but I want them to play more into the fact that it's a TV show.
I'm fully expecting that there's going to be like a Mario Odyssey 2. Not exactly, but they're gonna keep the movement of Odyssey. I fully expect. If they don't, people will not play it. It needs the movement of Odyssey minimum.
They kept it in the 3D world remake.
I'm meaning.
remaster.
Well, like they didn't keep the cap bounces and stuff. They need to bring those back for a mainline Mario. Is the thing. Like, I know it would suck because like Cappy's like a one-off, but they need that type of movement because people will not have fun if that movement's not there.
Either that or introduce movement that is very simple.
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe give like maybe have like a shell power or something like that that like lets you be able to do whatever.
Oh yeah, the Mario Bros. DS boot shelf. That was fun.
Yeah, I love that one.
That was an
Whoever
awful.
did that was the perfect shot.
That was literally like
Static Shock?
that was like
Static shock.
That was like 1 millisecond after I got my items. If it hit before, I would have been able to get them, but I didn't.
So I think if you can't hit the really cool gap cut in this, I think hitting the top route at the beginning of the lap is faster.
Possibly.
Wowers! I don't know why I said that.
Oh, it didn't actually. It sent me backwards? That's bullshit. Sounds good to me.
Oh my gosh, okay, got it.
Jesus.
Holy fucking hammer, bro.
Alright, we're going to the next.
down there.
Next
We're
one,
going to the second best track in the game.
Airship Fortress.
Oh god, no. We're going to Wario Stadium.
Oh, okay. I need to practice that route, so I'm gonna do that on this intermission and see if it works.
Yeah, we're going to Waste. Oh, is this jump up?
Yep.
Ah, I fucking love up jump up superstar. I plan on doing the cover of jump up at some point. Genuinely one of my favorite songs.
Okay, unrelated. I keep confusing the melody in my mind with the iCarly theme. I don't know why. Okay.
Oh my god.
They sound so oddly similar.
Would you imagine?
They do actually.
Yeah, like in the first line, like, but when it gets to the second one, I keep going like it's gonna be so wonderful. Like, no, that's not it. That's like, it's not it at all. That's iCarly.
This was. I think this is one of the few songs that I've listened to and immediately had that shit on loop. The jazz, the orchestral movements, the song, just it hits, you know?
Mario, you were doing a lot better than me at this game. I suck at Mario Kart.
Alright, it's time to run it to Stadium, baby.
Did you already all do Choco Mountain yet, or no?
Choco Mountain is after Shy Guy Bazaar, which is in 2 tracks?
Gotcha.
I'm so glad that Pauline is a more prominent character.
They need to give her outfits though. Oh my god, Rob.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is a good remix.
Oh no, it's no issue.
We literally stayed up all night playing Tetris last night. So
That's so funny.
we did. We were like, I think we played like for 5 hours or something. I played 4 hours.
You know, this song would have been a lot more fitting if you were hitting.
At work, ooh. Take a nap at work. You know, just do it. No balls. I killed Boom Boom, by the way. I murdered him. Cold blood. Work all day, just nap. Nap instead. If it's a desk job, fall asleep. No one will know. I'm not a good influence.
No, you're not.
I refuse to be one.
You guys are funny.
That was rude.
I know, so watch the little village.
Ow.
How I started during my days, splitting my days in half. It's like, oh, I have this much time until I go to lunch, and then it's like I have this much time until I get off.
It made things go faster.
Oh
It
my
makes
god,
things
can I
terrible.
not get hit by a boomerang for 2 seconds, please? I can't believe it's nearly halfway through the frickin'... It's over halfway through January already. What the
Don't
heck?
mention it because we're gonna end up being halfway through the year.
I know, it's gonna be like May
It's
the next
July
time, I
already?
think.
God damn it!
I mean, we're not picky about who gets total.
Damn, dog.
No!
I did.
Oh, I got third,
What a
fifth,
Fortnite
fifth,
usual.
okay.
And now we get to do the full track.
This was just backwards. Imagine forwards.
If none of us tried the speedrun strat, are we truly playing Wario Stadium?
What?
We gotta
playing
do the
We're playing
speedrun
Mario
strat.
Stadium?
Yeah, we gotta do the speedrun strat here.
We? Who the fuck is we?
We.
Are you speaking French?
No, I'm using the royal we. Get it right?
Who the fuck is we and why they rule? You know what, actually, excuse me, there is a royal we, and it's the golden one they tried to give to the queen.
Oh, right.
God rest her soul. I can't believe that they got taken in customs. That's crazy.
I gotta remember to do. There's one strat I need to do because it's so much faster and everyone forgets it. I gotta do it. I'm not gonna say what it is.
You're gonna do it, and you're gonna go into dead last and not be able to recover.
Exactly. That's my plan. That's my plan. Gotta do it. Get it that way, right?
No! Fuck! No! You know what? We run it. We run it. We run it. No, for the best. Honey, it's viewer type. The fuck? I'm reading. What the fuck?
Wait, I just read what that was. Wait a minute. Oh my god.
It sounds so much worse because it's that it's like type shit. Like the fuck you want?
Fuck me.
Fuck Barbara.
Bowser, you fat bitch! Fuck you out the way!
Eli got the thing.
I sure as shit did. Oh, this is one of my favorite drives, and it's so fun to learn.
Wait, they did the thing?
No, it's all good.
Why did that give me so much air? What the frick was that?
Damn it. Oh, I'll take that.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that. I can't take that. But I can't take this. Oh, no! It didn't let me do the jump and it sent me back!
You know, Sai, I'm getting really tired of the green shells, right?
It's the fucking... They've updated the AI! I've just noticed they updated the AI.
What do you mean?
They take the tricks speedrunners have found. they take speedrun. They take the speedrun strats.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's the secret thing they've added to improve gameplay. Oh my god.
No, the fuck they did not. I just watched that fucking what's the Chuckster, whatever the fuck they're called, the fucking football player, the Charging
Oh.
Chuck. I just watched his ass take his speedrun strat. What the fuck just happened?
Oh, you know, he can do that. He's an athlete.
Stop that.
Fuck, I
Marvel.
just think it's better than Ford, please, for the love of God.
I'm taking that N-word.
What?
N-word. Inside.
Oh.
Inside.
Oh.
Wait.
Get him! Get the
Hooked. Hooked.
dog ready.
Oh my god, what?
I don't need another Google Dog.
What do you mean another? Fuck you mean another?
A second Google Doc has hit the Eli.
I love old drummer. Old drummer's great to think back on.
Okay, so where do we go? We go to...
We're going from stadium to airship. Now we're going to airship.
Okay, cool.
The Google Doc.
Man, like,
I hate how much like actual like Google Docs that people have been going around. I think that shit's crazy, dog.
I think it's hilarious.
It's funny to see. It's fun. It's funny to see it go public.
We're supposed to be a community, and yet people are treating this like a war zone.
Yeah, shit.
Say that again, Call of Duty devs.
I hate it. Shut up. No.
Treating you like a what now?
You can't take me back to my dad. You can't take me now.
All right. Yeah, we gotta air
Shit.
air shit.
It's the very bottom one on the list for people looking for it.
Way in the bottom, apparently.
That was the most southern accent I've heard in a while. What the? Okay.
Oh, if you want something, then I can do occasionally.
No, I can go very southern too. It's just I don't. So.
Look, if you want me to start bringing out my ain'ts, I'll
No,
start
no, no, no,
doing
no,
it.
no,
bro.
no, no, no.
Yeah, here around the top, we throw that around like it's not. Oh, I grew up around a father who only speaks with the Cajun accent.
In one turn, all three of my green shells were killed. What the heck? Oh, that was near a
Shit, I
good
just saw
snipe.
someone get pinched by green shells. Oh my god. I guess you could say it's almost like a war zone.
Get out.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. I got tapped from behind. Am I the only one who really likes Wario's laugh? Like it's just so good. Holy shit, what is happening? Look at Barbara.
Oh my god, what the frick was that? Okay. Oh. I could not go around that. The chain chomp cut it off. That whoever did drop that bomb, these were goated.
That would be me.
That was a good bomb.
Oh, I don't know if I've made this hot take yet, but hot take: the original live-action Mario movie isn't that bad.
That's just the normal
That
take.
is that take is spicy. Jesus.
I think it is still one of my favorite moves.
Yeah, nice try.
Okay, that works.
I held first. Luke just smacked me back onto the track. What the heck?
That works.
I'm gonna fuck you.
Oh, I love this turn. Because I do what no one else does and actually use like 2 charges. I gapped the fuck out of y'all. Holy shit. I logged in on that.
Oh my god.
Vector, what place did you get? What place did you
Suck an
get?
egg. I heard choke. You can choke your body.
Oh, I lost. Okay, I was
Damn,
ahead.
that's crazy.
Hi, Mora, by the way.
No,
I forgot to
choked.
say
I
hi
fucking
earlier.
fumbled
Hello.
with the win. I
Oh,
fumbled
frick.
it back just like the Dallas Cowboys because they suck ass.
Ooh,
I-
this is a good mix.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
say it sucks, but I only have about 12 minutes.
How could you?
But how close are we to the end, out of curiosity?
Oh, we're
Nowhere
after
near.
Airship, and then we have to go to Shy Guy, Choco, Crown City, as in intermission only. Then we go to Mario Bros. Circuit, Desert Hills, Whistletop, DK Spaceport, and then we run it back as a full track. Koopa Troopa Beach, which we only do the intermission to, and then Dino Jungle, Far Away, Crown City, full track, Peach Stadium, full track, and Rainbow Road.
Okay, I think I can get
We are a
back in
little
time
over
to do
halfway
the.
done.
I can get back in time to do the rest. I can say for certain I have just a thing that's gonna take about probably an hour. Is the issue?
You should be back.
Yeah, I'll be back for it, but I'm gonna go right till
I have to go back to work now.
I got to go.
Finally, thank you,
Just be aware that to get to this point where we are now,
Oh, to
has
Shy
taken
Guy?
about 2 hours.
To Shy Guy or run back
Uh,
airship really quick?
We run back airship,
Okay.
and then we go to Shy Guy.
And it has taken 2 hours to get just over halfway, you said?
It's taking 2 hours to get to this point, which this is over halfway. We're in the second half now.
Okay, I should be able to get back in time to do the rest then. I'm gonna give my Switch a bit time to breathe and while I do the other thing, and then I'll be good.
Because this is where we're going to start doing the doubled up tracks, when we're going to do the run backs afterwards. So we're going to do, we've already done Peach Stadium, so that's one of the ones we're going to run back a second time. And then Crown City we're going to leave and do that a second time. And then DK Spaceport we're basically doing twice.
Okay.
Because you have to do it backwards and then forwards. What the fuck did I just do? What did I just do? That tripped me up so hard. What just happened? I fucking... So I was trying to go from
What
the
the
right
frick? Why
side
did
to
it
get a boost, and then go to the left, but then I bounced onto the charging truck, onto the left grade, and it, the left grind, and it completely tripped me up. Apparently, if you bounce on someone's head going from one of the beginning grinds to the other, you just make that gap. I am going to hold on to this.
There you go.
Because of that.
Did you have a horn to
No.
do? Okay.
I smuggled
So-
the shroom up.
So you did the goated way out. Okay.
Oh yeah. I did.
I
did.
threw bomb at myself.
Did you just throw that in your own face? That got me. What was that?
I
Oh god. Oh,
misinput.
Jesus, this is
Misinput.
awful.
Misinput.
There's chain jumps in the tower.
Misinput.
Sorry, I think change of hit the tower.
Suck your chain jumps in the tower.
I'm gonna. Oh, I hate everything up there. fucking yes, shut up.
Shit.
Oh, thank you for removing that item. I did not want the hammer anyways. Thank you. Are you the freaking mole people? Mole? Frick moles. Frick moles. That's all I can say.
Stop charging Jog. Holy shit. What is he doing? This man is cracked. What is happening? Please, 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 please. Thank you. Please, 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 thank you.
I threw that. There you go, Vector. I absolutely threw. I hit the dirt at the end instead of boosting through, so.
Change the card. I'll be honest.
Change your card?
I think I'm at 19. Yeah.
Alright. Now we go to Funny Bazaar. Funny Bazaar.
I think I'll only have time for this one considering the 1 minute gap, so I'll do the intermission ahead.
Yeah. Did someone say pipe?
Go.
I'm gonna give the pet trace some love.
Someone say pipe?
Pipe. Jesus Christ!
Listening out here, not have earbuds on.
That was a good pipe, by the way.
Ooh, this is jazzy.
Mario Kart 8 is so goated, but I think Mario Kart 7 is better.
Mario
Kart 7 is better.
I will say, in terms of glider maneuverability, yes, 100% agree. So we go to Shy Guy?
We go to Bazaar. Yeah, we go to Funny Bazaar.
It sucks because I know. It sucks because I know how to do the shortcut.
Take bloods and kick names. Yeah, but I'm over here taking bloods instead.
You're taking what now?
What did you like to know, Weather Boy?
Galaxy generator. One thing I'm kind of glad for is that I have
Ah, fuck me. Why did I do that?
Galaxy and Galaxy.
I need to get that too.
I'm still so confused why they didn't give us Galaxy 2 on that.
On like the legacy one or whatever.
On All Stars, yeah.
Yeah. Because I
was
have
such a
I
weird
have All
choice.
Stars, so I'm just not gonna get Galaxy 2. I have All Stars, so it's not worth it.
Just for them to just release the games. I won't be surprised if they turn around and just say, hey, we're gonna just re-release these games as like individual games. Oh, you want Sunshine? Here's a specific Sunshine copy now. Have at it. Now, I wouldn't be upset if it was a remake. A remaster, I might be upset with, but a remake, I think I'd be happy. I would not complain for.
Unlock my red shell, then a blue shell. What the fuck?
Please, oh God, let me breathe.
Magic Conch. Can this man breathe? No.
Oh, this was the route through Daisy's turn room. Yeah. This is like this is like the singular route that uses it, by the way.
Yeah.
I got deleted pretty bad. Okay.
We grinding on it. We grinding on it.
Oh, I got third. What the fuck? That's terrific. Holy shit.
That charge and
Okay.
chug is taking names. Holy shit, though.
Okay, I do gotta go though. I will be back when I'm back.
Okay.
You better be.
Okay.
Alright, next.
Bye-bye.
Wahoo! I'm gonna stop streaming first and hop off, but